Okay. The last statement.
I saw it clearly as a day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth.
That's it? I don't know if I can find anything in that. But I can't squander Maya's effort either. Witamy siostrę Mayosa? Nie, to była matka. Ale byłeś blisko. Członek rodziny. Well, about the other man. You cannot expect to be allowed to bitterly ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claim there was a contradiction in the witness testimony. Well, find it. If you can. Mr. Wright, I have to assign you a penalty. Oh. Okej. Dobra, trzeba częściej zapisywać grę na tej sprawie. Widzę, że zaczyna być coraz trudniej. Done. That's it. I don't know if I can find anything in that, but I can't squander Maya's efforts either. I saw it clearly as a day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Co my możemy tu przedstawić? Widziała to czysto, a przecież na tym zdjęciu widać, że jest mgliście i w ogóle. Spróbujemy jej pokazać te zdjęcie, tylko zrobimy save'a. To witamy matkę Mayosa, sławną majówkę. Skoro tak twierdzisz?
Objection!
Got you. Got you, Miss Hart, finally.
What?
You got what? Look at this photograph.
The photo I took?
The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart.
So?
This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How?
What?
Rubber. Yep. Mr. Wright has a point.
That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please.
Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart?
What?
Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course, I said I could, and I meant I could.
Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it! I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Co ja robiłem z tymi okularami na tej przerwie, że nagle widzę plamy? Chyba że mam kurzą ślepotę i po prostu widzę plamy. Nie pamiętam, żebym mazał swoje okulary na tej krótkiej przerwie, którą wziąłem przed chwilą, ale wygląda na to, że ochlapałem je wodą, kiedy myłem ręce. Whoopsie daisy. Muszę przeczyścić moje okno na świat, bo mi się źle czyta. No, od razu lepiej. How Edgeworth was seen.
You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I finished filming, finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See, no problem.
Czemu nie powiedziałeś o tym wcześniej? You used binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. Okej. Zobaczmy. Zrobimy save'a na wypadek jakby dalej za każdym razem jak próbuję przycisnąć będziemy tracić ten pasek zdrowia czy pasek postępu, który zasłania moja kamera. Może jednak powinienem ją trochę przesunąć. So, how could you see Edgeworth. Boże.
Now just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a goal where
I'm from. The fuck? Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. I piosenka Queena w tle. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Your camera.
Yeah, I got an automatic.
The issue where we were concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. I brought my binoculars with me. Binoculars?
Yeah, binoculars.
Yesterday, you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct?
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers?
The camera is irrelevant to this case.
You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning.
But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Jasne, że tak. Nasz jedyny punkt zaczepienia. This is make it or break it time! Yep. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Powiedziałbym, że postać na zdjęciu nosi płaszcz. No też prawda.
The camera is set up to take pictures of a meteor shower.
Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing.
Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking this straight hard.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect.
Now wait a minute.
Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. If there was a heavy fog, how could binoculars change that at all?
What do you mean?
Even binoculars can see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him.
I did, yeah.
Enough. There is no room for doubt in her testimony. She sounded pretty doubtful to me. Jeszcze kto by stał do własnej egzekucji? Kto by siedział, żeby móc spaść do wody i uciec? No ale oni nie wiedzieli. Wydaje mi się, że... Teraz zakładasz, że oni obydwoje wiedzieli, że jeden chce zabić drugiego, a może to wcale nie była prawda. But I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many von Karmic objections I get. Von Karmic! I'm going to find a Hall's testimony if it's the last thing I do. It was cold night, the mist was thick as grits. So, how could you see Edgeworth?
Now just hold your horses for a second. You're hasty and...
No to już było. Co my jej możemy pokazać? Set to automatically take a picture when a loud noise is detected. Faces the lake. Wydaje mi się, że to jej musimy zaprezentować, że ona tak naprawdę chciała zrobić zdjęcie tego potwora w Gold Lake, a nie robić zdjęcia spadających gwiazd. Spróbujemy to jej przedstawić. Nie, muzyka nie zgasła. When I heard that noise on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. Once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. Kurde, jestem w kropce, nie mam żadnego pomysłu, co ja tu do czegoś tu mogę przyczepić. Może mamy jej kamerę pokazać? No, muzyka zgasła, więc zgadłem. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie.
Says who?
I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point the camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Oof. Rubble, 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 rubble. Yep. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Teraz mamy pokazać ten wycinek z gazety? Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this, a newspaper article? Gordy. Oh, the sighting at Gold Lake. Well, Miss Hart?
I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof of something? Let's see your proof that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy.
I don't have proof, I have proof. Jej kamera jest dowodem. Jest ustawiona na robienie zdjęć, kiedy będzie głośny... Kiedy będzie hałas. A spadające gwiazdy nie powodują żadnego hałasu, no chyba że pierdolnie parę metrów obok nas. I have proof. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no jumping around this time, please. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy at the lake monster? Take a picture when a loud noise is detected. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Go! Your camera was sent to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Does this photograph here taken when a gun fired on the lake? And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Rubble, yeah. Order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take photo of a Gordy, weren't you?
Yeah. Not bad. Are you all lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That doesn't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks monster exists.
Hey!
But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though.
Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. Karma niewzruszony. Lota's new testimony.
Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding.
O, dziękuję.
When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. When I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fly.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness' testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. Snap. There's no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... Why? Was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself, you must have something in mind.
Tja, that would be the first.
Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at the time, Mr. Wright. Understood. Yes, Your Honor. Okej, zapiszemy znowu na wypadek, gdyby teraz przyciskanie jej odbierało nam pasek ten u góry. Ten what manner of person are you? Z czego pamiętasz, ta sprawa ma 4 dni, gdyż wszedł w ostatniej chwili decydujący świadek dla obrony. No, dzięki za spoiler. Ja tego nie pamiętałem.
I'm not sure I'm high floating enough to be called a manner or anything.
An investigative photographer.
Yep. You get your photo and show it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. Guess what?
What?
There was a
UFO? Co to kurwa jest? UFO!
just hanging in the sky.
I UFO! UFO! UFO!
You know, an unidentified flying object, a UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer.
I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Znaczy, karma by tego świadka zmienił na karmę dla psów. Yeah. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy?
Heck yeah, they even had him on the TV.
I'm not sure that appearing on the local news rumors of the above segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe.
Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper for real.
Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was camping out by the lake. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera.
Yep, borrowed from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang,
it snaps a shot.
Yep.
So how many pictures has it taken so far?
The only time the camera triggered was that night.
But that's all I was hiding. Czy na pewno? I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Dużo you i ch. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose on the lake. Jesus.
Heck, what got out what I was up to. The lake would be swarming with competitors.
Competitors?
Yeah, second-rate shutterbox trying to steal my scope.
Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth?
Well, actually...
Oh. Mr. Wright, I will not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say, Von Karma, I know you told her to keep quiet. Oh. Chwila. Ten pistolet wystrzelił 3 razy. When I heard the bang, I looked over straight out of that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hand and I heard another gunshot. There wasn't much else to look at.
Yep.
I don't know, if she heard the bang and she thought Gordy was out there, I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at the boat.
What did I do now? What are you giving me the look for?
Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue.
Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there.
Okej, czyli wiemy, że tutaj, w tym zdaniu ją musimy na czymś przycisnąć. No, nawet ten Phoenix nam podpowiedział, że tutaj jest czas na jakiś dowód, tylko co jej mamy pokazać? There wasn't much else to look at. No, nieprawda. Było na co patrzeć dla ciebie, no ty szukałaś Gordiego. Spróbujemy zapisać i pokazać jeszcze raz ten artykuł. Tak, muzyka zgasła. Miss Hart, were you really looking at the boat?
What's with you? Cause I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it.
I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal.
What? You all wanna step over here and say that?
We were camping at the lake to take picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought.
Ah!
Order. Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing.
God.
Zatkało ją. Well?
Well, now that you mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you serious? Are you saying that you were not watching the boat then?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbling, really. I was just... I thought you could be witness to mother and all. I kinda got excited. I was sure I was watching the boat till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey! I got the photograph you could drop.
Karma, świadku kontynuuj, Lotta. Dziadku, zwolnij swą jadaczkę, już miałem mówić. No, dokładnie. Still, we can see who is shooting who in this.
Right. And that's why I took this photo and...
Sin up. Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day, shut your pipe hole.
Shut my what?
What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it will drop the quality a mite, but should let us see who is who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it will mean prison for Edgeworth, or worse. What should I do? Oczywiście, że zmusimy ją, żeby pokazała tą fotografię, skoro Von Karma nie chce, żeby ona ją pokazała. Maye, czy wiesz, czemu Wright jest po lewej stronie sądowej? Nie jest tak zawsze? Nie, jak oglądałem jakiekolwiek filmy odnośnie prawnika czy czegoś, to zawsze obrońca razem z bronionym byli po lewej, a po prawej byli prokuratorzy. Bo nie jest Wright. Aha. Ale Phoenix jest Wright. Make her show the enlargement. Yep. Miss Hall, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Why has that enlargement not been present to the court? Psst. Because it does not exist.
What are you all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You are fool.
Yep. What's the meaning of this one, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart? Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is.
Tak jak mówiłem, nie widać kto jest kim. We still cannot see who is firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. W jednej animacji stanowiska były odwrócone. Tak? W której? Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Syna!
Happy now, Mr. Wright?
There has to be something.
You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she'd not show it.
I suppose this means that the cross-examination...
It's over, obviously.
Musical turnabout? Nie słyszałem o tym w ogóle. No ale cóż, jedyne gry z Feniksem w roli głównej, o których słyszałem, to są te trzy, które są tutaj. Ace Eternity, Trials and Tribulation i... Boże, jak się nazywała ta trzecia? Czy Trials and Tribulations to była trzecia, a druga miała jeszcze jakiś podtytuł. I później jeszcze była gra, gdzie był Phoenix Wright i Profesor Layton na zmianę. O tej grze też słyszałem i też ją widziałem. Ale to są 4 gry, które znam z Phoenixem. Nic więcej na ten temat nie wiem. O tym uniwersum i w ogóle. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart.
And none to son, that was a flagrant waste of my time.
Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add?
I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence, a decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this! There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement. Boże, język mi się łamie. Enlargement. Show other evidence, wait and see. Na pewno nie wait and see. Raczej nie mamy żadnego innego dowodu, więc chyba powinniśmy wybrać objected enlargement, ale zrobimy save'a na wszelki wypadek. Yep. Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Rubble, 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 yep. Mr. Wright? You will show the court what you mean about this photo is strange. Okay, here goes nothing. I will show the judge what's strange about this picture. Ale co jest dziwnego? Myśl, Mayosie, myśl. Odciski palców zostały znalezione na pistolecie. Kula została znaleziona w sercu ofiary. Zaraz, przecież serce jest po drugiej... On powinien strzelać prawą ręką, albo przynajmniej... Chociaż nie no, nie wiemy gdzie on celuje, bo nie widać nic po tym zdjęciu. Ale nic, spróbujmy pokazać rękę. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? No, czyli zgadłem. Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts. Bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. The evidence is clear. The man in this photo is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints of the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Rubble, 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 rubble. Yep, yep, yep. Leworęczność jest rzadkością samą w sobie? Czy ja wiem? Mam kilku znajomych, którzy są leworęczni. Mam też kilku znajomych, którzy są oburęczni. Nie wiem, czy leworęczność jest aż tak rzadka. Prawda, jest więcej ludzi praworęcznych niż leworęcznych, z tym się zgodzę. No, now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who should? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Snap. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? Mr. Hart? The victim himself, Larry. The victim himself? Na pewno nie Larry. Na pewno nie Lota. Więc chyba tylko the victim himself. There is only one explanation remaining. Yep. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Rubble, 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 yep. Order. So, you're saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option.
I'm so very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot.
The distance.
The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away.
A meter, that's 3 feet.
There is no way it could have been suicide.
Order. Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data?
Of course, I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see.
No, czyli zaktualizował się nasz autopsy report. Shot from approximately 1 meter away. I see. Yep. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court ordered the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
That is all. The court is adjourned.
Yep.
Udało się nam przetrwać jeszcze jeden dzień. Znaczy pierwszy dzień. O, czyżby internet znowu miał czkawkę? Co się dzieje? Cały czas rośnie ilość straconych klatek. Ale przepustowość jest świetna według Twitcha. The fuck is happening? Nie, teraz już jest niestabilna. Okej. No nic. Miejmy nadzieję, że za chwilę się internet uspokoi. Phew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maye. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Nie umie tego powiedzieć. Tell her to watch watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you just to state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? Okej, wygląda na to, że internet się uspokoił. I requisition a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Czy wiem, kim jest Bossman na statku? Bossman. Czy to jest taki człowiek, który pilnuje porządku na statku? Albo coś takiego? Albo pomaga przy dokowaniu statku? Of course, she didn't see the shooter. So the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. I heard 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight. Okay. To be continued. Oczywiście, że zapiszemy grę. O, kawa się skończyła. Nic. Trzeba będzie przejść na inny nektar bogów w takim razie. No, Maja jest w areszcie, no tak. Ale czy to oznacza, że ona nie będzie nam mogła pomagać w dochodzeniu teraz? Ciekawe. Bosman. Zwyczajowa funkcja na jachcie. Osoba odpowiedzialna za żagle, liny i konserwację jachtu. Zakres obowiązków to sprawne wyłączenie zwyczajowe wynikające z tradycji czy przyjętych przez kapitana armatora jachtu zasad. Zakres obowiązków Bosmana to sprawa wyłącznie zwyczajowa, wynikająca z tradycji czy przyjętych przez kapitana armatora jachtu zasad. A, czyli taki chłopiec na posyłki. Okej. Okay. Maja. Hey Nick, it's you. I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day. It's a relief. Hey, why'd you do that anyway? I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not the lawyer my sister was. I'm sorry. Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay? Oh, okay. Questioning. Have you been questioned yet? No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said, seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning. Phew. Oh, and he wanted me to get bail money ready. Bail money. Ah, kaucja. You can pay for me, okay? Huh? How much? I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something? Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? W wojsku bossman przynosi kawę, a starszy bossman przynosi cappuccino. Aha, że chłopiec na posyłki. Okej, skoro tak twierdzisz. Jak tam twoje przywoływanie Mii? Any luck with Mia? No, I can't get through to her at all. I tried, really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training. She sounds like she really did do her best. I should check and see if there are any waterfalls in the local area. I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again. Naprawdę taki stopień istnieje w polskiej Ameryce. Polskiej Ameryce? Że gdzie niby? W Chicago? Sorry, I'm fresh out of ideas. Masz cokolwiek do powiedzenia? My mother. Now that I've shown her the picture, I'm not sure it was the right thing to do. No, I'm pretty sure it was the wrong thing to do. I want to see Gordy too. If he really exists. Well, I'd say a photograph is pretty good proof. Część trzecia. Autokorekta atakuje. Marynarce. Aha, naprawdę jest taki stopień w polskiej marynarce. Jak Bosman. No, domyślam się, że jest taki stopień, skoro istnieje w ogóle takie powiedzenie. Once this trial is over, let's get some fishing poles and go down to the lake. Myślisz, że złapiesz potwora na wędkę? Even if there is a monster in that lake, fishing pole sounds like a bad idea. No dokładnie. Okej. No. Wróciliśmy do swojego biura. Sure is quiet here with nobody around. Right. I have to get Maye out of that detention cell soon. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today. Haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with the lovely Kianse. Whoa! Hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Hey, Paul. The trial today,
Musi pomyśleć, co chce powiedzieć. Yes, what about the trial?
Well, I was going to say good show, but it wasn't really all that. Though you did save Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know?
Thanks. Możesz mi podziękować, wypuszczając Maye. Tomorrow trial. Detective Gumshoe? Any idea what strategy Von Karma is planning for tomorrow?
It sounds like he's bringing in another witness.
Another witness? Oh right, he said something about that in the trial today.
There were 2 witnesses.
I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it?
Sorry, Paul. As much I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information.
Right. Alright, I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth.
What's up?
Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before.
Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see? But there's one thing that's clear as a day. Him catching crime the way he does, and him becoming a prosecutor, and him being scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident.
The DL6 incident.
Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now. You can see it in his eyes.
Maye. I wanted to talk to you about Maye.
Huh? She's not out on bail yet? That's strange. I told them to let her go as soon as they had their report written up.
Aha. Znowu nie ma internetu. Co jest do cholery z tym internetem?
Man, I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her getting dragged out by the bailiff. I'll be honest with you, Paul. I shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth was so moved I saw his lip trembling.
Really? Cold as ice Edgeworth?
He was really grateful for what she did, you know. I'm going to head back to the station. I'll get a report on Maye and get her out of there as soon as I can.
Thank you. Oh, wait. I was wondering, how much is bail going to be?
Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount.
What? Edgeworth?
Didn't I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. Alright, Paul. Well, don't forget to go pick her up, okay?
Chyba internet odmówił mi dziś posłuszeństwa. 24 000 straconych klatek i rośnie. Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent too. Okej, zostało nam odwiedzić jeszcze ten sklepik z wypożyczalnią łódek. Looks like the boat rental shop is closed today too. Small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because of the murder. There's more forest of that way, although I find any helpful clues in there. There are some boats floating at the dock. The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Indeed, there's space for one more boat at the dock. Huh. Czyli co, mamy się wrócić po Maye? Na to wygląda. Hey Nick, you finally came. They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go. Free at last, eh? Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up for him. We've got to win this case, Nick. Okej. No to było na tyle w tym odcinku. Kontynuować będziemy następnym razem.